Hi, it's Lindsay Diane from DianeDecor.com. In this video, we're going to talk all about how to become an effortless host. Now, hosting at home can feel overwhelming, but it can be effortless with the right strategy. Instead of scrambling around at the last minute, trying to cook and clean and decorate, you can glide easily into your event with calm and be ready to have a fun, enjoyable time with your guests. The key is to plan ahead, and this is where the 5-4-3-2-1 method comes in. Let me show you how to do it. So what is the 5-4-3-2-1 method? The 5-4-3-2-1 method is a guide that will lead you through the 5 days leading up to your event, your party, or your holiday gathering. It will also lead you through the last 5 hours up until guests arrive at your doorstep. Each stage has its own specific tasks, making it easy for you to pace yourself out and prevent last-minute chaos. Think of this as your hosting blueprint. By breaking things down into manageable chunks, you'll avoid that frantic scramble at the last minute that always creates just chaos in the home. So let's jump in to day 5 before your event. 5 days before your event, you want to make sure that you confirm your attendance and start to prep your exterior. Start by confirming your guest list. Send out a reminder text or message to anyone who hasn't responded yet so that you can get an accurate count of your guests. This will help you with your food planning and your seating arrangements. Next, you want to tackle your exterior. So mow the lawn, sweep the porches, clear the clutter, tidy any entryways. Doing this early means you won't be worrying about yard work when you should be focusing on the party. 4 days before is when you want to deep clean your home. Do not leave this to the last minute. You want to deep clean your home now so that you can just do a quick tidy later on. So this is your chance to give your home a proper cleaning. Dust, vacuum, mop, wipe down surfaces. The goal is to set a foundation so that in the days leading up to your event, all you'll need is a light refresh. By handling the big cleaning tasks early, you'll instantly feel more in control and more like an effortless host. 3 days before, you want to gather your decorations and your serveware. So this is the time to pull out your decorations, your candles, your tablecloths, and any special serveware that you plan to use. Check for missing items, wash anything that's been sitting in storage, and set everything aside in one place. This way you won't be searching for a missing platter or wrinkled table runner at the last minute. 2 days before your party is the time to prepare your party layout and prep your space. Walk through your home as if you're a guest. Is there enough seating? Where will people gather? Clear unnecessary clutter, rearrange furniture if needed, and make space for food and drink stations. By setting up the flow of the party in advance, you'll avoid scrambling on the day of the event. 1 day before is when you want to do your food prep. This is the time to chop your vegetables, your onions, your garlic, any ingredients that are going to go into your meals. You'll want to marinate proteins, bake desserts, or prep anything that can be made ahead of time. Doing this the night before cuts down on the day of stress and makes cooking a breeze. As an effortless host, you'll be thanking yourself for handling as much as possible ahead of time. When it comes to parties that aren't catered by someone else, preparing food, monitoring burners and things cooking at different temperatures, not to mention plating and putting things on platters, takes up more time than you expect. I have had this happen to me time and time again. So in order to cut down on some of that, try to prep as much stuff ahead of time as you can and only leave the things that need to be cooked fresh and hot to the day of the event. 5 hours before, you want to tackle your decorations. Now is the time to put up decorations and set the mood. Arrange your centerpiece, style your table, and add any finishing touches. This leaves plenty of time to adjust if something isn't working. Now, the exception to this rule is a birthday party that may have balloons. Maybe you're creating a balloon arch or creating an elaborate photo op or backdrop. These things you should do the night before. But if we're talking about just simple decorations here and there, maybe you have a 4th of July party, you're putting out a couple of little centerpieces with little flags, or you want to set up some beverage station decor. These things you should do 5 hours before guests arrive. 4 hours before is the time for a quick clean and refresh. Do a fast tidy up of the main areas. Vacuum floors, sweep the entryway, and wipe down surfaces. Don't forget the bathrooms, refresh towels, empty trash bins, and make sure soap is stocked. Guests always notice these details. Again, this is not the time to embark on a deep cleaning task. If the baseboards are not done at this time, they're not going to be done for the party. Don't let yourself get segued into any deep cleaning tasks at this time. It'll have to do as long as your main areas where your guests are going to be are clear for foot traffic. They look tidy and clean, especially the areas where people are going to eat and where food is being prepared. That's really all you need to do. Depending upon the complexity of your meal, 3 hours before is when you'll want to start cooking, unless, of course, we're talking about Thanksgiving, in which case that's a whole separate video. But for the most part, 3 hours before is a good time to start if you're baking, say, appetizers, or maybe you have a roast chicken and some vegetables or something like that that needs to be cooked to be ready for dinner time. 3 hours before is a good time to get that started. You'll want to begin cooking the main dishes and plating any food that can be set out early, like charcuterie boards or cold appetizers. By pacing your cooking, you'll avoid the everything at once panic. You'll be less likely to undercook a dish, overcook a dish, or forget to put something in the oven altogether. 2 hours before is the time for kitchen reset and atmosphere. At this point, most of your food should be cooking or should be done. And so all of the prep work that took place should start to be cleaned up. So you're running, your dishwasher, you are cleaning cutting boards and anything that you needed to prep your food, knives, spoons, what have you. All of that needs to get cleaned up, and you want to have an empty sink before guests come. And you want your countertops to be as clear as possible so that you have as much room as possible. Once your cooking is under control, you really want to clean as you go. So you want to wipe down the counters, load the dishwasher like we mentioned, and reset your kitchen so that it looks presentable if guests were to wander in early. You'll also want to open the windows for fresh air, light candles, or set up diffusers to make your home smell amazing. And 1 hour before is the time to get yourself ready. Give yourself ample time to take a shower, pick your outfit, which you've probably already picked anyways, do your makeup, whatever you need to do. Give yourself ample time to do that so that you're not rushing around, or you don't feel like everyone that shows up is dressed to the nines and you're just rushing out of the shower, hair still wet, barely any makeup on, and kind of running out of your bedroom to greet guests. You want to feel amazing during your event. You put in so much hard work, and you want to be dressed as the hostess that you are and be able to just sit back and relax and enjoy your friends and family without worrying about your appearance. By prioritizing this hour, you'll be greeting guests looking polished and feeling confident, and this is exactly what an effortless host should be. The beauty of the 5-4-3-2-1 method is that it shifts your mindset from last-minute chaos to steady, stress-free preparation. By the time the first guest rings your doorbell, everything will be in place, your home will feel welcoming, the food will be ready, and you'll actually get to enjoy the event that you worked so hard to create. That's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to visit me at dianedecor.com. I post all about hosting ideas and home decoration over there. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.